What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, I like to talk about the brand new movie or show on streaming, and this weekend's movie is 365 Days This Day. Yeah, this is the sequel. We're going to get into it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and let's do it. So, Laura and Massimo are back and hotter than ever. But the reunited couple's new beginning is complicated by Massimo's family ties and a mysterious man who enters Laura's life to win her heart and trust at any cost. As always, we're going to start with the rating, and the rating here is TVMA, or TV Mature, for porn, because porn. And if you remember, the ending from the last movie brought us a cliffhanger of sorts that was immediately settled by the trailer for this film. She's fine. Everything's okay. And we start this movie out with the fact that they are together now. We get a wedding ceremony. It was beautiful. They're playing the song that was in the Batman, you know, the "Oh, Maria." And then they immediately cut to a pop song and we get a montage, which is essentially this entire film. Pop song, montage, music video type scene, rinse and repeat. But I don't want to start out bashing this film and bashing the people that may be here to see me praise this movie. I'm just going to tell you right now, that's not the case. Because we are going to judge it as a film. But I know there are people who like this type of franchise, whether it be your 50 Shades or something like this, which embraces that, you know, what it's going for, much more so than any other movie series I've ever seen. When they go for it with the sex scenes, they really go for it. And every single sex scene is intense, it's raw, it looks passionate, I'm sure it was passionate, and that's exactly what I get from this movie. So those who are here for those scenes specifically, and really, I guess, this relationship, but maybe not, then you'll probably enjoy it for what it is. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm a movie critic, so I'm approaching it from a filmmaking standpoint, and, I'm the type of guy that likes a coherent story, plot, characters, things that make a movie worth watching. And even though I appreciate the fact that it's leaning much more into that series of sex scenes as opposed to a film, I mean, leaning into what made people tune into the first movie, with that, you have to bring us a story, or at least an interesting story. And 365 Days is the opposite. Actually, I don't know if there is a story until the halfway point of the movie, but even then, when we start to get some semblance of a plot, it only hits on that plot, goes back to the series of music video montages / sex scenes, and gives you nothing in terms of plot, nothing in terms of story, and even the performances aren't enough to salvage this mess of a sequel. What is the plot of this movie? I kid you not, I timed it, and I was timing it as I was going. I'm 15 minutes into the movie, and all we've gotten up until this point is a montage with a song, I guess some sort of popular-ish song playing behind it, and most of those montages include sex scenes. Okay, 15 minutes in, they're at a golf course. We're starting to get some plot. No, it's another montage with another song, and it's just 26-minute mark. She begins to complain about her life as a wife, even though she chose to be in this situation. I'm not going to sit here and say it's entirely her fault, but it is almost entirely her fault. It's their fault for falling in love with each other. Who could blame them with the steaminess? But that's 26 minutes into the movie, and that's the first real conversation we've gotten up until that point. And then we have to fast forward until the 40-minute mark where nothing has been accomplished. We get another sex scene between another couple, and that's when, 45 minutes into the movie, we have reached our true plot point. Her parents are here. Her mother has a great line saying, "Marriage is all about compromise." I'm sitting here going, well, someone gets it. Jesus, thanks, Mom. There's also a plot point that arises. It's a minor spoiler. I'll save it until a little bit later in the video. I'll give you guys a warning. But those are really the only two things that bring any sort of meat to the That's a weird thing to say in this review. But essentially, the drama that happens in the middle of this movie is she sees what she perceives to be her now husband getting a little frisky or close to that point with someone else. Of course, there is something behind that, whether that be a motivation or a twist of some sort. But that's what creates the drama. Here's the thing. The rest of the movie is the fallout of that drama, and it involves our couple being separated entirely. But all of this could have been avoided from one conversation between our main two characters. Instead of just getting all mad and running away and not having one very brief, probably take 2 to 3 minutes of your time conversation. And at that point, we get other scenes between other characters that are essentially more montages with the camera just kind of going like all around, montage after montage. We finally reach something of substance at the end of the movie, the last 5 minutes of the film, where, and this is where we're going to talk about this spoiler plot point. I won't talk about the end, just this plot point. His brother is revealed to be his brother. It's a twins, Basil. The twin brother is it sounds like I'm making this up. I promise this is real. So not only do you have one Massimo performance, you have two very distinct Massimo performances, and they are definitely distinct. Look, there's just not much to say about the story because there really isn't a story. There are 3 various plot points that are spread around multiple music video type scenes with little plot. At least the first movie gave us something to go off of. This film doesn't have anything like that until around the hour and 20 minutes. By the way, why is this over 90 minutes? Why? Why is it over 80 minutes? Again, it's not the worst looking movie I've ever seen. It's just a film that does one thing. It does that one thing over and over and over and over and doesn't give you any sort of substance or character development. There are 3 lines from our character that we're supposed to be rooting for, but she keeps sticking to her same decision making, and I'm just sitting here like I got nothing from this experience. I do think there's meme potential. This is also a movie that will inevitably get extremely popular. So again, if you're here and you expected me, I don't know what you expected from. I don't. I have Baby Yoda on my t-shirt. What'd you expect? Before I give you my score, did it take you 365 days to watch this? Or Austin, maintain your sense of professionalism. No. But hey, if you like this review, drop that like down below. 365 Days, This Day is a series of repetitive montages, and each montage includes a pop song and a sex scene. There's no character development and a little story. I'm going 10% based solely off of meme value, and the movie is not the worst to look at. There's just no semblance of any coherent plot or character development, or really anything along those lines. Why did you watch it? Well, I reviewed the first. So why not review the second, you know? Let's just keep this train going. Let's keep this train on them tracks.